Something dead has been here. Gabe just got lost in a pyramid. 1 minute his crazy cousin Sarah was right ahead of him in the pyramid tunnel. The next minute she disappeared. But Gabe isn't alone. Someone else is in the pyramid too. Someone or something. Gabe doesn't believe in the curse of the mummy's tomb. But that doesn't mean that the curse isn't real, does it? As you probably have guessed, folks, today I'm going to be speaking about the curse of the mummy's tomb on Hard Channel. But before I do so, you know the ritual. I'm going to say a couple of things about the front cover. The front cover, the choice of colors is absolutely terrific. It's absolutely awesome. You have all that dark blue, and you have that mummy on the foreground, and with those red, glowing red eyes that seem to be seeing right through you. It sent a chill down my spine the first time I saw it. And I thought, I gotta read that book. And so I did. And the tagline, before I forget, reads, "What will wake the dead?" Wow, that's kind of scary, right? So I thought, okay, I'll read that book and I'll see what it's like, right? So the book is basically about that kid, his name is Gabriel, and he goes to Egypt with his parents. But his parents have to go to Alexandria, so they have to drop him at his uncle's. And his uncle has a daughter, and her name is Sari. And she's kind of a little pain in the neck, in Gabriel's neck, because she likes to, tease him. She's a big show off. Basically, she's like, "I'm better than you. I go to the best schools and stuff, and I'm very intelligent. My IQ is very high and stuff. So very, very, full of herself and quite a big-headed and annoying brat." But that's okay. I think that even though they don't get along that well, eventually it's getting a little bit better. Uncle Ben is an archaeologist, and he goes visit pyramids, and he works inside pyramids and stuff like that. So one day he decides to take the kids with him, right, inside that pyramid. And the scene where they actually go inside the pyramid and it's so dark all around and stuff was so freaking powerful. I freaking loved it. And the scenes in the pyramid were actually very, very, very well written, well detailed and stuff. And you actually feel there. I don't know about you folks, but I felt inside the pyramid itself. So I think that it's quite an underrated thing about this book because I'll be talking more about it once I get there. But basically, that book is kind of disliked by many people, and I respect that. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Let's continue. So the book is interesting. As they go inside the pyramid, they start to, basically they have to follow strict rules like don't wander off by yourself, don't go too far, stay put, and turn on your flashlights, those kinds of things. So really, like, that scene gave me goosebumps, because the character is gonna, get lost, basically. And there, like, the troubles are gonna begin, so to speak. Okay, I'm gonna stop there because I don't wanna spoil the book too much or anything, so I won't say too much about it. Like I think that I summarized the book already efficiently, I would say, because I gave you the main plot, the premise, and what the book is about. So now let's move on to my views. So yeah, as I said, that this book doesn't get a lot of love because well, I kind of understand that, in a way, but I think that this book really isn't that bad, like, people, I respect their opinions 100%, like, we all entitled to our opinions, but personally, I think that this book was pretty good. And one of the main things is the change of scenery. Like I said, the fact that it's taking place in Egypt, in a foreign country with a different language, Arabic, the characters feel a little bit like fish out of water, and I think that was pretty good, as it gives us a different like a different Goosebumps feel, because up until that point, because remember, it's only the fifth book. It's been in the United States, in the suburb, and everything is fun because the characters are able to understand each other and stuff, but they're not really, because at some point actually they even get lost in the city. And so yeah, it's a pretty funny scene in a way, but also kind of scary because it can happen in real life as well, and it's nothing pleasant really, because when you don't speak the language and you're having difficulties and issues communicating and being understood, it's kind of something that would actually give me goosebumps, really. So also, there's a nice thing I forgot to mention, is that there's a character. His name is Ahmed, and he's working with Uncle Ben, and there's more to him. He's a very interesting character. I don't want to spoil the book too much. I won't say anything about him. Like I won't go any further than that. But I think that he's kind of an archaeologist. He's not an archaeologist, but he works at the pyramid with Uncle Ben, right? Something like that. And there's a scene which includes him and the children, and some kind of a chasing scene. I'll let you find out for yourselves, but it was a really, really powerful, scary scene, alright? And I think you will like it. You will like it because it'll scare you on the one hand, but also it'll amuse you on the other hand, right? It's quite funny, alright? So yeah, like the book itself is sometimes something I didn't love that much is that it can be kind of repetitive at some point. Like you have these feelings of deja vu because it happened before in the book, somewhere before, and I've got to say that yeah, that's kind of the weak points about the book. Another weak thing about the book is that you don't get to see a lot of mummies, right? The mummies are kind of lacking from the book, even though the title says The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. It's not a very reliable title because it's not that much about the curse of the mummy's tomb, so to speak. But the ending scene, man, if you haven't read the ending scene, well, obviously if you haven't read the book, you haven't read the ending scene. But the final twist, right? The ending of the book was so good. So good. It's actually, I read it at night, I remember, and it scared me. It really did. It's a really powerful ending scene. So, yes. And perhaps one last thing I would like to mention about the book. Well, I think I said it all. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting book for the summer, maybe. It's kind of, like I said, it's, the pacing of the book is a little bit, slow or something, but trust me, it's not that bad, really. I would say that the book deserves 7 out of 10. It's a nice book. It's not the best Goosebumps out there, but it definitely isn't the worst. Definitely not in my top 10 worst, right? It's a really pleasant read. It's a decent book, alright? So that's pretty much for that review, and please let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. Thank you so much, folks, for watching, and see you on the next review. Bye-bye. Take care.